Yo, today, hey, this is morning routine dated August 8th. It's 6:25, but I'll tell you one thing, today I did not feel like waking up at all. Like everything within me wanted me to keep on sleeping. I have a session at 6:45 in the morning. It was supposed to be at 6:30, but I just sort of extended it to 6:45. And that's fine. We're showing up even if we're showing up 15 minutes late. But today I did not feel like waking up. So I will repeat, and I keep repeating this all the time. Just a minute. I think the mirror is so dirty. Don't you know if it was cleaned recently or not? What the hell, man? Okay, but that's fine. The stuff that others don't do, we shall do it regardless. No problem. Actually, don't like looking at dirty stuff, you know. I mean, I'm on video, so naturally I want a clean mirror, but even if I wasn't, it would perturb me to see that it's not very clean. And then down here, I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's not the cleanest. Anyway, we'll get that done. And if we can't get it done, then we'll do it ourselves, right? But that said, one of the finest traits that you can adopt is to do things when you don't feel like doing them. This one statement can be life changing. Don't want to wake up regardless. Don't want to hit the gym, go hit the gym regardless. Tomorrow I'm in Mumbai. I actually don't feel like going. I actually don't. I don't want to break my routine once again. I just came back from Chandigarh. We're going to do it regardless. So, one of the finest skills that you can inculcate, and the finest life skill that I think all schools and colleges should be focusing on, is to do stuff when you necessarily don't feel like doing it. It's gonna make a tremendous difference. You're gonna unlock marvelous growth. So I'm just gonna quickly, of course, wear my panna, etc. And then we shall be on our way outdoors, just expose ourselves to the natural light, and then get started with the session. You know, I just combed my hair, and as a Sikh man, one of our keys of being a true Sikh or a Khalsa, the Kanga is very important in Sikhism. The Kanga, or the comb with which you sort of take care of your hair, and it just signifies that a Khalsa or a Sikh would always stay strong in body and in mind. So you take care of your hygiene. With a comb, you take care of your hair, because you have longer hair. It needs maintenance, it needs care, and a kanga or a comb would ensure that. Secondly, it also sets you apart from the tantric yogis and the sadhus who keep their hair matted. You might have noticed they have matted hair and they're busy in meditation and prayer. So what Guru Gobind Singh Ji wanted was that while you are a spiritual man, you can't renounce the world. Because if you have matted hair, and if you, for instance, metaphorically, stay in the forest and meditate all day, you are technically renouncing your family, you're renouncing your worldly duties. And that's what our gurus did not want. You don't renounce the world, you're a worldly man, but you also take care of your health inside and outside. So you inculcate the warrior spirit and the spiritual aspect. So you inculcate the elements of the warrior and somebody who's spiritual at heart. Quite an interesting phenomena. I'm all for it. Take care of yourself inside out and treat everyone kindly and stuff like that. I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, I think my silai was outside. So the Kanga is very important to Sikhs in their faith, the Kanga or the comb. And of course, it might just seem like an object to you, right? But it holds tremendous significance in why it's important. So that's quite important. I'm just gonna put like a day lotion. It's got some SPF on it. I go very minimal when it comes to my skincare. I think most people are just overdoing it for sure. I mean, shoving all that stuff on their face for no joy. But anyway, to each its own. Please do not take offense. Whew. Let's go walk outdoors. I think my left bicep just seems bigger than my right. And this is like a little video I'm gonna take for YouTube, for Instagram. Yeah, but you see, this is how raw we're being on YouTube, on these vlogs. Like, you're really seeing some behind the scenes stuff. This is all I do with my Instagram vlogs. Just take clips, put them together, do a nice voiceover, and voila, we have a piece of art. Piece of art. Gabu is so intent on going out. Gabu has no chill whatsoever. And Aika has followed suit. Good morning, my princess. Good morning. Coming back to the point very quickly, you really want to ensure you develop the capability of doing stuff when it's got to be done. That single-handedly will change the trajectory of your life. As I said, in college, I wanted to write so many research papers. I'm going to write on this, I'm going to write on that. I do have an intellectual bent of mind. The first thing that stopped me from doing all of that was this tendency to be a perfectionist. Dump that. Just get started, just execute, see how things are going along the way, hit post, publish that paper, improve on the next one. Because when I saw what other people were publishing, I'm like, bro, is this even worth publishing? But it's getting published. So the point is, get started. You're really doubting yourself and holding yourself back if you're being a perfectionist. Secondly, I would always work when I would feel like working. I'm like, man, today I just don't feel like it. I'm like kind of tremendously bored, so let me not work on it today and let me work on it tomorrow. Not gonna work. You do it, you chip away at your tasks even when you don't feel like it. It doesn't make a tremendous difference. These days I do stuff even when I don't feel like it, and that has made such a massive difference. Morning, morning. Kya haal hai? Okay, so we've got the newspaper. This is something we're going to be reading. So yeah, I hope my point is clear, because if you are not inculcating these two things, suspend being a perfectionist and of course focus on execution, just get started and let state or flow take care of the rest, you're going to be of course struggling quite a lot in life. And if you are connected with me, morning. If you're connected with me, of course, I don't want you struggling. Behind me in the room, my parents are doing yoga, which is interesting, which is always lovely. And we have some headlines today that NSE Q1 profit is up 39% at 2567 crores. Sensex and Nifty, of course, snap 3-day losing streak. The stock of Tata Power went down 7%. There's been multiple triggers. So a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, all right then. I'm just gonna go attend to my call. It's this very interesting gentleman from Karnataka, and I'm looking forward to talking with him on mindset and just making the most of life. So I'm gonna see you after that.
Hello.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, sir.
How's it going? Good morning.
It's good. Good morning, good morning. Going on good, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, it was a pretty interesting session with Arjun. We discussed some daily systems, and he's been killing it on the work front, as most of us are, but he's now killing it on the health front, as most of us aren't. So pretty interesting. We discussed some systems, and one thing that I came up with, and that's pretty refreshing, is that all our lives we are focusing on the muscles that are neck below, the muscles of the body, but the muscles of the neck up are the most important. That's discipline, willpower, and focus. You focus on those, literally everything else gets sorted. Now, that said, I am gonna answer a few DMs. This is what I do almost every morning, just get through the DMs, because a lot of DMs pile up, and once they pile up, I tend to miss out on things. But I'm going to take you through some of my DMs. Of course, I'm not going to reveal anybody's identity. I ensure full privacy, but some DMs can be rather interesting. Let's see if there's any interesting DMs right now. Actually, not that many, but okay. Let's see. Dil khush kar dita Paji. Take care. That's so kind. Thank you. Hi, can we date? Yeah, Siddhavya, I like you. Oh God. I mean, I should reply to that. I'll just say, haha, you are funny. Yeah, but of course, hey, just wanted to say you're an inspiration to me as a Sikh. Oh, that's so kind. Honestly, all of this really humbles me. And the other day I'd said, only 21 weeks left for the year to end. Let's crush our goals. And this person says, listen, what does crushing mean? So to ace your goals. Okay. So pretty interesting stuff out there. Oh, some gentleman says, I love your body. Thanks, man. You're very kind, I guess. I'm not replying to that. Right. So pretty interesting stuff. A lot of people actually DM me saying, can you suggest books on Sikh history and teachings of our gurus, preferably English? And I have some books. So History of Sikhs by Khushwant Singh, Volume 1, Volume 2, both amazing. You should check that out for Sikh history. Then I'm using Founder of the Khalsa by Amardeep Dahiya, so founder of the Khalsa, Life and Times of Guru Gobind Singh. And this is the title of the book, and just talks about Guru Gobind. It talks about his life and what our gurus have gone through and what their policies were, etc., etc. So I think this is a beautiful book that you can also check out. Kanwar Sodhi from Delhi, this young chap, he gave this book to me when he came to meet me at a hotel in Delhi, and we did a little collab video. It's a very kind gift, and I'm making full use of it. I am 155 pages into it. Half of it is left. I think I'll finish it in like 2-3 days for sure, because I'm going through it pretty quick. What else can you read about Sikh history? Let me think. Of course, The True Name by Osho. That's one tremendous book that will help you on your journey, because this is Osho's commentary on Japji Sahib. And I think that's going to be very important. And one thing's actually been on my mind, because when we speak of our gurus, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and of course, they are our gurus. We respect them. There's no question of even doubting their capabilities and the tremendous humans that they were. But when someone says, oh, this is what Guru Nanak said, a lot of people are automatically going to be like, yo, no, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Bro, we get it. Like, don't focus on the semantics, because once you read these books, even the authors are referring to them as Guru Nanak and Guru Gobind, but that doesn't mean that you take away all the respect that you have for your gurus. It just means you're not focused on the semantics. So I come from a school where we didn't focus on our teachers as technically sir or ma'am, and we didn't just call our seniors as bhaiya or sir and stuff like that. We called them by their names, and the teachers had the initials. That did not mean that we took away from the respect that we accorded to them. So people who just sort of go insane and be like, yo, say the whole thing, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, I get where you're coming from, but I think you're also very old school, and you're probably a boomer, and you probably grew up in a circumstance where you have to use certain names to show that you love certain somebody or respect somebody. We come from a school of thought where you don't have to use these names, and we still have tremendous respect and love. So that's just my 2 cents. Of course, you might disagree on it, and that's fine. But you read all these books. The title of the book says Guru Gobind Singh. And then are you going to write hate mails to the author and be like, you should have said Guru Gobind Singh Ji? I get where you're coming from, but please understand the G's and the respectful terms. Even if people use them, they might not accord the right respect, but all of this comes deep within. And if you think you're more religious than the author who's like to talk about Sikhism in such a good light And if you think you're more religious than perhaps Osho, who gave such a beautiful commentary on Japji Sahib, then you are really mistaken, man. Like, you're delusional, delulu. Anyway, that was my 2 cents. Very controversial, but it's fine, because you've got to put yourself out there. And I love my religion, I love my gurus and stuff like that. So now I'm just gonna grab like a beverage, maybe a Nimbu Pani. Been avoiding tea. Is it easy to avoid tea? No, but I'm human. I'm stronger than that cup of tea. You know, duh, it's just a cup of tea. I'll just say no to it. It's that simple. This is what happens when you keep training your muscles of the mind, the willpower, discipline, focus. Yeah, I don't want to avoid tea, but am I gonna be able to avoid it? Yeah, let's go for it. Tea's got nothing on me, son. So I'm gonna have like a Nimbu Pani and then take the babies for a walk and also read the newspaper. So that's exactly what I'm gonna focus on now. Okay, so here we are, and before I go for my walk, of course, I wanted to read my book, Founder of the Khalsa. I also wanted to read the newspaper. And this is one habit, guys, that has really transformed me as an individual. If I am what I am today, I think it is because of my reading habits. So if there's one thing you take from me and nothing else, get reading. I'll tell you why. For example, today I read something very interesting. The birth of the Khalsa saw an evolution in the guru-disciple relationship. The guru established through the Khalsa that there was no hierarchical destination between him and the disciples. He had great respect and admiration for his Sikhs. But the change that he now brought about in the guru-disciple relationship was not motivated by personal affection. The change was introduced in the light of the mission that the guru perceived for himself. He perceived himself as the instrument chosen by God to curb all acts of evil tyranny and oppression, which meant that the guru considered himself on an equal footing as that of his disciples. Also, the guru also decided that his arrows be tipped with gold worth 16 rupees, because if the arrow found a target in a poor soldier, the gold would provide some support to his dependents. How are you supposed to know all of this if you don't read? I want you to become a sponge and just absorb information that means a lot to you. When the Khalsa was born, in this way, within a few months, a new people were born, bearded and turbaned, fully armed with crusader zeal to build a new commonwealth. Very interesting stuff. Not only is this about spirituality and my religion, but it's also about stocks and making money in the real world. For example, today, there's this little article on this company called Delivery. You know, this shipping company. Brokerages are positive and they expect the company to sustain profits, and there might be like a seasonal uptick. So this basically, no matter what the article says, I mean, it might say all sorts of stuff, it's just gonna make me wanna check out the stock. Very quickly, I'm gonna open up my phone and see what the stock is up to. So let's find out what Delivery is doing. There we go. So yeah, if you look at Delivery, we see solid volumes around the earnings report. Solid, tremendous volumes around the earnings report, which actually tells you that this earning report might have been perceived very positively by the market. Overall, the trend doesn't seem very nice, but it does seem like the stock has reversed from levels of 365. So definitely something we can keep watching. And around its earnings day, which was I think 2 or 3 days back, it's been consolidating. It's very slow, it's not loading on time, so I can't really give my 2 cents on the stock properly. But of course, now that of course brokerages are positive and the stock is performing well around its earnings report, we will keep watching it. But doesn't seem really exciting anyway. But it's been in the same trading range since 29th of July, and today we're at 8th August. On the previous earnings report, it actually tanked 4% one day and 10% another. But all that weakness seems to be absorbed now. I think things are changing for the stock. So this is, we're going to draw a little resistance at about 420. With that said, now I'm going to finally wear my shoes. Thank you. And these are some almonds that I'm going to have. Wear my shoes, be on my way for a walk, This is pretty much my morning routine. You might be thinking, yaar, har din same hi cheeza karda hai, like what's different? And that's the whole point, sweetheart. We're going to do the same things every day. The magic lies in sticking to the basics. We perform the basics, but we stick to them and we do them consistently. And tomorrow I'm in Mumbai. I'm going to show you my Mumbai day as well tomorrow. I'm going to fly from here, land up in the hotel, and just relax and work out and chill and prepare for this session. Pretty interesting day it's going to be. I'll take you around. And day after is the session on mindset, where about 20-25 people will show up. It's going to be beautiful. I'll see you another time. Keep leveling up. And of course, if you want more such videos, let me know in the comments and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Like the video. Keep supporting as you always have been. See you another time.